Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. And I need all of you to stop what you're doing and listen.
What is going on, guys? Joe here, back with another video, and today we're taking a look at the new 10.5-inch iPad Pro. So recently Apple announced new iPad Pros, giving them some new hardware upgrades along with a new screen size. We now have not only the 12.9-inch iPad Pro, but also a new 10.5-inch display iPad Pro. This time, since it is bigger, the resolution is a little different. It's a 2224 by 1668. Still having the same pixels per inch as the previous 9.7 model, but the screen got a little brighter at 600 nits of brightness, and it also features a wide P3 color gamut. That way you get more vibrant greens and reds when it comes to looking at images or videos. With this new iPad Pro having a larger display than the previous 9.7 inch, it's actually not much larger. Apple has managed to enlarge the display from 9.7 inches to 10.5 inches, keeping the same thinness and barely increasing the physical length and width of the device. Everything else seems the same. You still have 4 speakers on the iPad Pro and the smart connector for the Apple case keyboard. One thing that you'll notice when comparing the two is that the bezels have gotten a lot smaller, so less bezels and more screen. Always something I welcome on a device. Also, with the iPad Pro line, you'll be happy to know they come with storage tiers of 64 gigabytes, 256, and 512. Something I hope to see in the next iPhones later this year. Now, with the barely noticeable physical appearance on the 10.5-inch iPad Pro, we also have internal upgrades. The 10.5 along with the 12.9-inch iPad Pro are packing Apple's A10X Fusion chip with 64-bit architecture and 6 cores of CPU, giving it a lot of power over its previous A9X chip in the last iPad Pro. Now, graphic-wise, the new iPad Pro is going to be 30% faster with its 12-core GPU. You get a pretty beastly performing tablet, great for those who love to play games or edit video or even render those 3D images. Now, comparing the two in a Geekbench test, which gives a score for the CPU in comparison between the 9.7 and 10.5, you'll notice the score difference, and it is quite faster than the previous generation. Also, another thing to note is the fact that the new 10.5 now comes packed with 4 gigabytes of RAM. Now, if you're not a spec head, these numbers may not even mean much to you, but just know you get a pretty beastly performing tablet. Now, when it comes to the Retina display, this too has gotten an upgrade on the new iPad Pros. With the new A10X processing chip inside, Apple has included this new technology called ProMotion, which what it does, it delivers a refresh rate of 120 Hz. So for example, you'll notice this when you are scrolling from page to page, gives you better responsiveness and smoother motion when you're viewing content. So comparing the previous generation iPad Pros, the refresh rate has now doubled from 60 Hz to now 120 Hz. You can definitely notice the difference when first using it, even if you're just jumping from app to app or just scrolling through pages. It is very smooth, and I was quite impressed when comparing the two. You might be able to tell in this video, but I was definitely able to notice it when having these side by side. Now, with this new ProMotion technology, it is also able to improve the display quality and reduce power consumption by automatically adjusting the display refresh rate to match the movement of the content. So this is a plus, otherwise your battery would probably drain pretty quickly at a continuous refresh rate of 120 Hz. Now, speaking about battery life, just like all previous iPads I've used, I wouldn't say you would have issues keeping this charged all day because I've always used iPads throughout the day and I still have plenty of battery left for the next day. On average, from my past couple years of using iPads, I probably would only have to charge my iPad maybe once a week, maybe even twice at max. So going back to the refresh rate with the new iPad Pro, having 120 Hz, if you're an Apple Pencil user, you'll experience almost no lag. Now, I hardly use the Pencil, but for those of you who are graphic designers, digital artists, etc., you will definitely appreciate the new iPad Pro's refresh rate. Now, the next thing is something I really don't care to talk about because, well, the camera. Though many agree that you probably look funny when taking a photo with your tablet, the new iPad Pro definitely has some great cameras. Actually, it has the same cameras you'll find on the iPhone 7 with a 12 megapixel rear facing camera and a 7 megapixel FaceTime HD camera. So if there is ever a need to snap a photo and you need a good quality photo or 4K video, your iPad can be used. Yeah, never mind. Don't be that guy out in public. Another improvement with the iPad Pro is it now has Apple's latest Touch ID fingerprint sensor that you'll find on the latest iPhone 7 and 7 Plus. So unlocking your iPad, making purchases in apps, or securing private data in those apps will be 2 times faster than the previous generation. Now, software-wise, the new iPad Pro comes with the current iOS 10 out of the box, but you'll be able to update it to iOS 11 in the fall, which gives you new features such as the new dock and also drag and drop and more multitasking functionality. If you're wanting to check out iOS 11 and all its new features, I'll leave a link down below in the description that shows you many of the new features that's going to be dropping on iOS 11 for your iPad and iPhone. But overall, do I think the new iPad Pro 10.5 inch is something to pick up or upgrade to? I think the question you should ask yourself is Apple's slightly larger display, ProMotion technology, new camera, and more storage something that entices you? If so, then go ahead and upgrade to it. Otherwise, I'd say stick to the 9.7 iPad Pro if you have that, because that is still a great performing tablet and you'll still have the same exact features on both iPad Pros, whether if you're on iOS 10 or upgrade to iOS 11 when that drops later this year. Now, if you're a graphic designer or digital artist and don't have an iPad yet, definitely pick up this new iPad. But if you just want something for occasional media consumption, such as video, movies, music, web browsing, social media, etc., you can opt for a less expensive iPad, or there's other cheaper option tablets as well. I think this new iPad Pro is great for those who need a powerful tablet and want things on the go. Though personally, I won't be using this iPad Pro for my video editing as I have a better workflow on an actual desktop or laptop, but I will be using this quite often for everything else when I'm on the go. Now, alongside the new iPad Pros, they also released some new accessories. So if you want to pick up something like this is Apple's new leather sleeve case with the Apple Pencil holder. You might be shelling out quite a bit of money. This leather sleeve goes for $130. Now, speaking about dropping money, if you did want to pick up the new iPad Pro 10.5 inch, this does start at $650 for 64 gigabytes. Now, if you want the larger screen like the 12.9, those do start at $799. So with all that said, what do you think about the new iPad Pros? I'd be interested in knowing your thoughts in the comments below. But that's going to wrap it up for this video. As always, if you did enjoy it, let me know by smashing that like button. And if you're not yet following me on social media, I'll leave those links down below. That way you can be up to date with what is going on. And lastly, if you feel like being awesome and haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and click that subscribe button. That way you'll get notified when I upload my next video. Anyways, guys, thanks a lot for watching. Appreciate your support very much. But other than that, I'll catch you all on the next one. All right.